Oh, yeah, you have seen the word everywhere, haven't you? It's in memes, it's all over social media. Gaslighting. That word has become the buzzword for describing everything from a minor disagreement to serious manipulation. But what if I told you that its real origin is far more sinister than any viral tweet? So come on, cousins, let's pod about it.
In a world fraught with confusion, one man will break his silence. There was only one man for the job.
Come on, cousins, let's pod about it.
Oh, yeah, you are tuned in to the funkiest show this side of the Pecos, baby. How you doing? I am Terry Patrick. I'm your tour guide and liaison for this journey that we call life. Just sitting here on another Wednesday, dropping a podcast just for you. And hey, before I get started, I always give it up to the people in my life who always told me, tell the truth. Because you could tell a lie 1,000 different ways, but the truth keeps sounding the same. Yeah, got to give it up, ladies and gentlemen, right here, right now. Give it up for Pops and Fat Mama. Oh, yeah, so today's episode, it is the story behind gaslighting. And what does it mean to you? Have you ever had it happen to you? Have someone ever tried to play with your mind? Did you feel like your mind was playing tricks on you? Or do you have a funny feeling, man? Maybe everybody is lying about that one single thing. I know one of the most famous gaslit stories that are out there, and that is the moon voyage. Some people said man has never been to the moon at all, but people keep saying it over and over and over. I mean, yeah, we saw videos of it, right? We saw them out there on the moon's surface, but people said that didn't happen. That was on the movie studio. So if you could tell a lie 1,000 different ways, but the truth keeps sounding the same, what happens when someone tells the lie the same way over and over and over again? And then you get a bunch of people to get on the bandwagon and start saying the same thing. That lie will sound like the truth. But the story behind gaslighting, it doesn't come from some psychological textbooks. No, at least not at first it didn't. It came from a chilling 1940s black and white thriller where the husband was systematically and with terrifying precision trying to convince his wife she was losing her mind. So today, we're going to uncover the disturbing true story behind the term gaslighting. And we want to explore what it really means and how to understand and even better how to recognize that insidious form of just psychological abuse. Because knowing the truth is the first step to reclaiming your own reality. Think about it. If someone can tell you a lie and make you convinced, well, you really got to get back to the origins to know what it means. So to really get gaslighted, we got to go back 1938 to a foggy Victorian era London stage play called Gaslight. That's where it first premiered by Patrick Hamilton. What it was a tense psychological thriller. And it was such a hit that they adapted that play into a film twice. And in 1944, it became something that was almost a household name, but it disappeared. Now, this film that it stars the incredible Ingrid Bergman as Paula, young wealthy woman, moved back into her childhood home with her new charming husband Gregory, played by Charles Boyer. But the house, it holds a dark secret. It was the scene of her aunt's unsolved murder years ago. And as Paula tries to settle in, strange things start happening. She starts hearing footsteps from the sealed off attic. Objects around the house, they mysteriously disappear and reappear. And most famously, the gas powered lights in her room, they mysteriously start to dim and flicker. And every time Paula brings these things up, Gregory, he just denies them. Girl, you imagining that? No, that didn't happen. You just being forgetful or just overly emotional. And you're just far too sensitive. So when the gas lights dim, he insists they are brighter. No, those lights aren't dimming, they're getting brighter. You can't even believe your own eyes, can you? So he was so convincing and so calm and reassuring that she started to question her own mind. Was she really hearing things? Was she really losing a grip on reality? So what Paula doesn't know that Gregory is the one. He's orchestrating everything in the play and in the movie. He's secretly rummaging through the attic. You know why? He's searching for the dead, murdered aunt's hidden jewels. She got some money up there somewhere in the attic. So when he turned on the attic lights, it causes what the gas lights downstairs to do what? Dim, flicker. His goal? It's simple, as it is sinister. He want to have her committed into an institution so he can get his hands on her money, on her fortune. So he isolates her, criticize her every move, and then he masterfully twists her reality until she's on the verge of a complete mental breakdown. And then he manipulates her into believing that she is insane, all for his own benefit. And that's where the term gaslighting comes from. And as we know it today, it is not just lying, is it? But it is kind of like a systematic dismantling of someone else's reality. That's horrible, to make a person think that they are crazy. But it happens, doesn't it? All the time in today's society, where people are like, yeah, what do you mean is raining? I can see that you're pissing in my face. No, I'm not pissing in your face. It's raining. Oh, I want you to believe that. And they keep saying it over and over again. And some people can be fooled. But I like this quote by Mark Twain. Mark Twain said, yes, it is more difficult to fool someone. It's more easy, I should say, to fool someone than convince them that they have been fooled. Once a person has been fooled and you got them duped, it is very, very difficult to let them know, no, that never happened. You're just an idiot for believing it. And Mark Twain also said over here, he said, never argue with a fool, because onlookers may not be able to tell the difference. If you argue with a fool, then you too are a fool. Don't argue with him. But when someone is gaslighting you, and you've seen it all the time in your real life and in your social media presence, you start seeing it start picking up traction, right? One story becomes something that is bigger until they believe a singular lie. But if that person who is the liar is telling it, he got a sinister and more evil motive. What do you think that could be? And most of the time, it's always selfish. And a gaslighter, they hate when you know that they're lying. They hate when you can tell, that's not true. So all you have to do, here's the answer to the test right off the bat, cousins. First thing you have to do to a gaslighter is be calm. Don't argue with them whatsoever. That's what they want. They want an emotional response out of you so that then you can start questioning your own mental faculties. No, just don't argue with them whatsoever. So from Hollywood to common knowledge, if you think about the film It was so popular that it would make the word an instant hit, but the term gaslighting, it didn't immediately enter the mainstream. Now, it sort of simmered for a lot of decades, and the term we use, gaslighting, wasn't even part of the original play or the original film. No, it made a quiet appearance in the 1950s. But it wasn't until the mid 90s that it started getting that traction, started popping up in 1995. In fact, it was a column by Maureen Dowd in the New York Times. But the real explosion happened in the 2010s as conversations around mental health, emotional abuse became more open, and people needed a word for this, this kind of psychological manipulation. I'm sorry, but gaslight was the perfect fit. And then 2016 happened. The American Dialect Society named it the most useful word. And in fact, by 2022, Merriam-Webster, the dictionary, had named it the word of the year. Gaslighting, word of the year in 2022. They noted it was about a 1,700% increase in the lookup of the word. What happened in 2022 that gaslighting became so prevalent? Now we look at it and it's something that, you see it in films and it's just universally understood. However, its popularity did bring a new problem: overuse. We overuse the word, and some mental health experts, they raise concerns that the word itself has become a piece of what they call a therapy speak. It's often used incorrectly. It want to describe simple disagreements or someone that is just having a difference of opinion. No, as the Washington Post pointed out in an article, they said the term has become such a buzzword that it can dilute the severity of the actual abuse it was meant to describe. And that's why, you guys, that's why, cousins, that the definition, getting it right, is so critical. A simple lie is not gaslighting. And just forgetting something, that's not gaslighting. A disagreement, just having a disagreement with another human being, that is not gaslighting. The true gaslighting is a deliberate, persistent pattern of manipulation to try to make someone question their own mind. You trying to convince them that they are indeed crazy. Has that ever happened to you? Has someone ever lied to you over and over and over again till you got to the point where you start to question your own mental faculties? It happens a lot in relationships, doesn't it? Person can do something wrong. I remember the Eddie Murphy comedy where the wife or the woman caught her husband or her significant other cheating. And Eddie Murphy made it hilarious, of course, because he's a comedian. But he said, yeah, she looked him right in his face, coming out of another woman's house naked, and ran home, put on his clothes, and she come home and she was like, what were you doing over there? He was like, wasn't me. What do you mean it wasn't you? I looked you in your face. Wasn't me. How can you say it wasn't you? I saw you and you saw me seeing you. Hey, listen, that wasn't me. Maybe it wasn't you. He said it over and over and over again till she started wondering, was it really him? He played on her emotions to get that emotional response. I want you to drop something in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen. If you can, drop something right now inside the comment section. And while you can, I would like to be able to get your support for this program. If you would like to be able to support us, hey, any love offering is appreciated and accepted. Nothing is too large and nothing is too small. And if you like to see this program again, well, you might enjoy it in just audio. Well, we're on Apple. We are off on Podcast Index. We are also on iHeartRadio, and you can find me all of these places, especially Facebook, Amazon Music. But if you like to tune in to my home channel, it's scrolling right there at the bottom of the screen and at youtube.com at the T Patrick, or over there on TikTok at Cat Daddy in the Mix. Hey, cousins, I'd like for you to like, comment, and subscribe, because this right here is turning into our way of life. Lying is become more powerful than the truth. I did a podcast about it. Is the truth more powerful than a lie? Well, we have so many lies that are coming to us. The media lies to us on a daily basis when they know what the truth is. See, that's what a gaslighter does. He knows what the truth is and wants you to believe something else. I think it's got to eat at your soul a little bit to make it your job to look people in their eye every day, or look straight into that camera and lie to the American people. How many of those lives have we believed? How many have we been just force fed and crammed down our throats? It's been said over and over and over again. So yeah, that's the whole thing, that you can dispel the gaslighter by just telling the truth. Not nowadays. Why? Because one person hear it and they take it as the gospel. When you post something on social media, you got to be careful. I mean, they have killed off so many celebrities and athletes that are still alive. You see a post, oh, I'm so sorry. They done killed Sinbad so many times, man. I feel sorry for Sinbad. Every year they done kill Sinbad. Sinbad is dead. And go in there and you do your own due diligence and you do your own investigation. Like, my boy doing all right, you know. I just saw him in a Tyler Perry movie. Yeah, he may have some medical issues and some physical struggles, but he is above ground. Stop killing people. Wikipedia got a bad thing about that, man. And all of us too. We all got those aunts and uncles and cousins and relatives we see just posting stuff like, don't you know that's a lie? Don't you know? See, some people don't have a sinister motivation behind it, but we still call it like gaslighting, but it is truly not. For the longest, pro wrestling was choreographed. It was staged. It still hurt to be thrown off the top rung of a rope. It still hurts to be body slammed. So there's still a lot of aches and pains and broken bones, but sometimes they knew who the champion was. So it was fake. And we believe it as, oh, this is a real competition, until MMA came out and UFC, and you seen what real fighting and wrestling looks like. It's a lot of blood. I mean, are you a fan of UFC? If so, let us hear from you. I'm a fan of the sweet science of boxing. Yeah, the pugilism. I love to see two people get out there with some gloves. I don't want to see someone get put on the ground and you just punch their lights out over and over and over again. They on the ground, they knocked out. Ain't the fight over? The fight is over. They keep fighting and stuff in UFC. Is boxing rigged? Are we being gaslit by the boxing championships and all the fights and bouts that we see? Come on, sports fans, somebody help me out. Is boxing fake? Is it scripted? I mean, yeah, you can't fake those punches, just like in wrestling. You can't fake those body blows and those 1-2s and all those lefts and power shots. But do they know already who the winner is going to be? Jake Paul is gaslighting us, you guys. No way Jake Paul got in that ring and whooped Mike Tyson. I believe that in my heart of hearts. I believe that when they clinch and he's giving Tyson instruction, lay up, Mike, lay up a little bit, Mike. And you know I got to win. You already got your check. I know good and well Mike Tyson would have caught Jake Paul with one of those uppercuts that he was known for. And I saw him working out. He did not fight like he worked out. And that happens sometimes. But my goodness, is it real? Do you believe those Jake Paul fights, or is it just entertainment? What else has you been lied to about? Is there anything else that you can feel that it is a sinister manipulation? See, there's a difference of how you try to get into someone's head, especially if you are in a working relationship, a relationship with your peers and you know upper management. As far as when you're talking about leadership development, upper management can gaslight their own leaders, so you can take that word to the people that report to you. And sometimes they just have a good intention. Sometimes it's a little bit more sinister. It's about the bottom line. It's about like the play Gaslit, you know, where Ingrid Bergman was made to feel like she was going starving mad, straight bananas. Why? He wanted her auntie's money. He wanted the money. Are we being lied to by people who want our money? They want our money, yes, and they want us to feel that you know the world, this is for the good, this is for the better good. All the while, the rich get rich and the poor get poorer, and the middle class is declining, shrinking, till pretty soon we won't have one. All you will have is the haves and the have-nots. There ain't going to be no more of the have a little bits. The have a little bits are going to be gone. It's just going to be the filthy rich and the poor. And true change never really comes from the top. It's when the people get sick and tired of being sick and tired of being lied to right to their face. Told me right to my face that it was for my good. Yeah, your high groceries, your high gas, your high insurance, and your high mortgage, and everything that you got is high, but your wage isn't moving. Okay, what is the real motivation behind it? Is something sinister to get rid of the middle class. And you know why? Because there's certain things that they don't want. A gaslighter don't want these things. They don't want people with rational thinking and cognitive thinking to sit around dining room tables and have intelligent conversations and tell each other the truth. No, they want that separation. They want that division. Because, see, when we are at each other's throats, then you can't have one person tell the truth and everybody else at the table believing and telling a lie and have that truth teller win. You won't. Mark Twain said it. Oh, yeah, it is very easy to fool people than convince them that they have been fooled. Be like, don't you know you a damn idiot? Don't you know? It is something that they had came up with. It was a terminology that spoke to that. It says that stupid people cannot be convinced that they are stupid people because they're stupid. Dang, that's pretty simple. You can't tell an idiot that they're an idiot because they are an idiot and idiots won't understand. So who are we going to become then? I can't allow it. I can't allow someone to keep there and gaslighting me. Well, here is your defense. Pay him no mind. Here is your defense. Treat him with some calmness and rationality. And sometimes, you know, common sense. I really feel that we are in a position in this nation that we live in where it's going to be a need for some kind of mass mental therapy that is going to go on. We need a team. We need an army of counselors and psychologists and therapists to be able to get this nation back. We got so many people who have drank the Kool-Aid, and to the point they was like, yeah, it don't taste like poison at all. This tastes like strawberry. Don't you know it's poison in that Kool-Aid? I don't taste it. This is delicious. Gloop, 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 gloop. And they keep drinking it, and they keep trying to convince you, here, you have some. Nah, I'm cool. Not for me, bro. I don't want any, because you're not going to piss in my face and tell me it's raining. No, you are not. And I'm not going to fall for the old banana in the tailpipe trick at all. We as a nation, we got some rehabilitation that is needed. So when people start using that word, just know how popular that it got. Word of the year in 2022. And here we are in 2025, episode 57, baby. Season 2. Hey, not you trying to gaslight me. I ain't falling for the banana in the tailpipe. And I want you to be the same way. Don't let nobody tell you that you're crazy because you believe the truth. No, don't let no one make you feel like you are less than either. And if you have to be the only one, if you have to be the only sane person in a room full of idiots, well, good luck to you, brother. Good luck to you. Oh, my goodness. I hope that you guys will continue to be able to come back here and enjoy this program, all right? I'm out here in these digital streets doing my thing, baby. And I'm going to see you guys soon on every single Wednesday. Right back here on these same channels. But until I do, just know old Cousin Terry going to tell you the truth. I won't gaslight you. And I got your back like vertebrae, because it's the jungle out here. But I'm swinging like Tarzan, baby. All right, cousins. I'll see you guys next go round. Love, peace, hot catfish, grace, steam.
I hope you like the podcast and you really like the podcast.
Come on, be serious.